This lesson will describe the linking fields in the log sheet data entry screen. For our example for this lesson, we'll click on the log sheet button in the main menu, then select to edit the Kim Bolton, which as you can see has not been linked. So we'll edit the trip. The linking data is this box in the middle of the header data. And as you can see, none of it has been filled in when we did our first data entry. So let's have a look to see if we can link the data. It's very important that we fill in this section in as much detail as possible. This will allow us to cross-check the data and verify that it is correct. It's also critical later on when we're trying to do catch and effort reports. So let's look firstly at the link to the license number. In the drop-down menu, you can see a list of all the possible licenses. In this case, there are 3 licenses covering the same time period when our trip took place. So based on the data alone, we cannot decide which license would apply to our trip. Importantly, the license number has been entered from the log sheet here, and so we can select the correct license from our link in combination with the dates on the log sheet. We can see that this one is the one that corresponds best, and when we actually click on it we see that it's the correct license number. So let's see if we can link the unloadings data. Click on the drop down menu, and in our case there are no unloadings that correspond to the time of our trip, so we'll leave that box empty. If the vessel activity log has been entered for the year, then you will get a list of vessel activity for the current year. If there is a corresponding activity, then select it. Again, in our example, the vessel activity log has not been entered, so we will leave the box empty. Finally, we can link to the national fleet. Here we see that the vessel is registered to the national fleet for the dates covered by the log sheet, so we will select the record. Again, if there is no match, then leave the box empty. That concludes our lesson.